need a motion to exit executive session.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Linda? Aye. Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Is there any action?
No. Okay,
Okay.
good. Let's move on to, we have about 5 minutes, fire chief's report.
I have no report.
Okay. Bill's downstairs, good, okay. Sorry. Zoning report? You have something for us? I do.
All right, 9 permits since the last meeting. We had 1 lot split, we had 2 combining of lots, 1 accessory building, 2 sheds, 1 fence, 1 deck, and 1 sign. Only other thing is I have is the zoning amendments from the last zoning commission public hearing at the school. I'll hand those out.
We need to make a motion for public hearing on this. Good date.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get them in so that they can be held at your next meeting. On
Okay.
the 24th, you wanna do 5:45 again?
Yes.
Everything fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try and work magic. I've been kind to those people. They're been kind to me. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion to set it for a public hearing.
I'll second that.
October 24th at 5:45 here.
Okay, Linda. Aye. Joe.
Aye.
And Dave.
Aye.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
Is anything zoning? Okay, moving on. Roads. Ready, Bill?
I'm getting there.
Okay, close.
Go to Chuck. You already done? Oh, you already done? Okay, I guess I'm on. All right.
No.
First thing I have is the public works for next year. The Lynn Road project that we're gonna do. The grant that we received. Basically what I need is a resolution, and a resolution number. For that, stating that we're gonna have. You got paperwork? I do, I'll give it to Joanne, if you wanna take care of this, and then we can make a resolution at the next meeting.
That would be wonderful. Love to
Yeah,
do
we'll
that.
help out, yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
I'd love to take a spot. I got all the paperwork from the county today.
Okay. Okay.
Everything's there.
If I can't find whatever, I'll call you.
Everything's there.
I got your number right.
We've had 3 funerals since the last meeting, 2 cremations, 1 full burial. I did receive 2 more estimates for the fence for the park. One from Williams Fence Contracting.
Is this for the baseball field?
It is.
Okay.
One quote for $30,675 from Williams Fence Contracting. $675. And then the other one was from RT Fence. And their quote was $49,100.
Who is the first one?
Williams Fence
Williams.
Contracting. And the other quote that we have is Best Buy Fence, which is, did you have that?
Did you say Best Buy?
I don't get that one. I don't have the RT. Or is it RT? That's the one I have. Whatever reason. I don't have it either. I thought you had it. so I apologize. If I take that.
While he's looking that up, did you, the road sign down in Hidden Knolls get replaced or reordered?
It is
Reordered?
Yes, it'll be put up this week. Well, if I get it this week.
Okay.
What are we doing with the J on the sign? I thought that was,
That one's getting fixed also.
okay.
Same word.
I just had a couple more people say something to me about it.
Yeah. She thought that was the correct way to do it. The J kept it for little A, and obviously
That
it's
one.
not Javon.
Yeah. On?
I found it though.
Okay, good.
Best Buy fencing estimate was $22,990.23.
Yeah, it's
Are any of these installed or is that just?
That is installed.
All installed.
But this is all the same quality of fence and everything.
it's
except
apples to apples, correct. I have the quotes right here. So, and that would be $2 grand.
Right.
Okay, you need a motion?
You.
I make a motion, let you choose the cheapest,
Least expensive.
the least expensive fencing option, which was Best Buy for the baseball field, softball field at the park. For the fencing, cost not to exceed $22,990.23, and that in turn will be paid for out of the Major Works grant.
I'll second that motion.
Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Hey,
Dave?
Aye.
That's all I have.
yeah. Anything else, Bill?
There you guys.
All right, moving on to,
You can go ahead if you want to.
yeah, okay, why don't we do that, yeah. The 5:45 public hearing. We need a motion to enter the public hearing.
You just acknowledge we're opening it at
Okay,
five
we're opening for
forty-five.
the public hearing, okay. This is for proposed amendments to zoning resolution 2017-008, 2017-009, and 2017-010. There's a lot of sections here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I'm gonna go through these 9 individually. It's easier for everybody to informate. Okay, first one is section 150.02B as in Bravo. The definition to be added in this section: cultivating and processing medical marijuana, growing, harvesting, drying, storing, transporting, processing, selling, and reasonable ancillary activities related thereto of medical marijuana in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 3796 and corresponding regulations, and only pursuant to an appropriate license issued by the state of Ohio. So that's going to be added, proposed added. All these proposed amendments have been approved by the Portage County Regional Planning Commission and the prosecutor's office. So, I'm gonna make a motion on each of these individual things, so. I'll make a motion that we accept, the addition to section 150.02 Bravo of cultivating and processing medical marijuana.
Are we gonna get input from the crowd before we approve it, or,
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a public hearing?
Yeah, good point.
Thank you, I'll second.
Okay, we have a second, so, discussion, we're gonna do this orally. If you have discussion, you have a question or something, raise your hand. Anybody who speaks has to give us your name and your address, please, for the record. So, for adding this in, anybody have any concerns, questions? All right. We have a motion, a second. A roll, please.
Linda?
No.
Joe?
Aye.
And Dave?
This is a tough one.
Definition.
Yeah, just definitions. Aye.
Okay, moving on to the next one.
What did you say?
Aye.
Next one is section 350.01I as in India, purpose of commercial district regulations. And this is in addition to I. It's currently reading to promote the most desirable and beneficial use of land. Actually, let me read this as, commercial districts and regulations are established in order to achieve, among others, the following purposes, and then A through I right now. I reads to promote the most desirable and beneficial use of the land in conformity with the comprehensive plan. So the addition to that would be what I just read, and it added to that, and the Ridgetown Township Design Guideline 2017 as amended. So I will make a motion that we accept this amendment to section 350.01I as read.
I'll second that.
Linda?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Anybody questions on that one? Sorry. Moving on, yeah. Moving on, section 350.13, development plan review. This is adding to the same statement, but I'm gonna read this anyway. Section 315.13 states uses, buildings, and structures in commercial districts shall be permitted only after development plans have been reviewed and approved according to the procedure set forth in chapter 620. The proposed amendment would be what I just read with the addition of and the Ridgetown Township Design Guidelines 2017 as amended. So I will make a motion that we accept this amendment to section 350.13.
I'll second.
Questions, concerns, anybody? Okay.
Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Moving on, section 370.03E as an echo, schedule permitted uses, industrial districts. This is a listing of adding to E number 7 under E is the subtitle is manufacturing processing. So for light industry and general industry, number 7 adds cultivation and processing medical marijuana. And those would both be, there would be conditional uses in both the light industry and the general industry.
I'll second.
Now this is, for everybody here, this is allowing, this would be changed to, no, it's the second. No, so just before anybody wants to speak, I want to kind of throw stuff out there. This is adding to our zoning to allow the cultivation and processing medical marijuana, but with the condition of our zoning in a township with certain conditions that they will apply if that goes through. And we have another one coming up that will put that in there, so. Any questions, concerns? Okay, roll please.
Linda?
No.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Moving on, section 390.05, schedule of regulations for conditional uses in commercial and industrial districts. This is under 3905 is manufacturing, processing under conditional use. And this adds to that number 3. Number 1 is extracting operations, number 2 is manufacturing products from raw material. Number 3 is cultivation and processing of medical marijuana. And that's also references section 390.06Z as in Zulu, which is our next amendment. So I will make a motion, we accept the amendment to section 390.05.
I will second.
Questions, comments? Vote.
Linda?
No.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Okay, moving on, section 390.06Z as in Zulu, supplemental regulations for specific uses. This is a proposed new section Z. It's titled Medical Marijuana Cultivation and Processing Facilities shall comply with the following. 1, only one facility in the township. 2, the entity would provide training and equipment related to firefighting for medical marijuana processing facilities. So I'll make a motion that we accept this new section, 390.06Z as a Zulu.
I'll second it.
And this will be conditional use also,
Initial use?
conditional use.
Yeah, this is part of conditional, yeah. This is all under 390 of conditional uses in commercial and industrial. Questions? Okay, roll please.
Linda?
No.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Next one, section 610.03 alpha, zoning certificate application requirements. This is adding to 610.03 alpha number 5, which reads, a letter from the appropriate public agencies stating that the proposed development or use conforms or will conform to all applicable sanitary sewer, water, floodplain, and wetland regulations if available. That's what it currently reads. The amendment would be a letter from the appropriate public agency stating that the proposed development or use conforms or will conform to all applicable sanitary sewer, water, floodplain, EPA, fire, and health departments, and wetland regulations if applicable. Other information necessary for the evaluation of the plan is deemed necessary by the zoning department. So
I'll second that. Go ahead.
all right, I'll make a motion, we accept section 610.03 alpha amendment.
I'll second that.
Questions? Concerns? Okay, roll please.
Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Next one, section 610.12, commercial and industrial certificate of use. The existing reads, no commercial or industrial structure shall be occupied without a township certificate of use prior to opening. This certificate will be for all new businesses, including owner changes, tenant changes, and/or name changes. The proposed amendment is what I just read with the following. A letter from the appropriate public agency stating that the proposed development or use conforms or will conform to all applicable sanitary sewer, water, grading, and surface draining, floodplain, EPA, fire, and health departments, and wetland regulations if applicable. Other information necessary for the evaluation of the plan as deemed necessary by the zoning department. Jordan, are you along with this? Are you following along?
Yes.
You've seen this? Okay. My question with this one is for a new tenant in the current building, is this saying that I'm renting a place from somebody else has been in there, my business is going in, now I have to get a letter from the EPA, the fire department, health department, sanitary, water, grading, blah, 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 all that stuff to move into an existing place that's already, should have that?
It only says if applicable, or it should say if applicable.
If applicable, yeah. So what makes that applicable? If it doesn't have something that already?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will make a motion to accept section 610.12.
I'll second that.
Questions? Roll, please.
Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
And I believe this is the last one. All right, section 620.05I is in India, final development plan submission requirements. In I, this is, let's see, just like the other ones, it reads, a letter from appropriate public agencies stating that the proposed development or use conforms or will conform to all applicable sanitary sewer, water, grading, and surface draining, floodplain, and wetland regulations if applicable. The addition would be throwing in there EPA, fire, and health departments. So I will make a motion to accept amendment to section 620.05I.
I'll second.
Questions?
I have a question.
Name and address, please.
Scott Fisher, 4669 Milverta Drive, Kutztown, Ohio. With the development in and around the med school and floodplain issues, are they held to that also?
I think with the state, on state land, correct me if I'm wrong, they're held to their own standards. I think they can supersede anything we have. It seems to be what they've been doing for the past 45 years, 50 years. Am I right, Jordan, or do they have to comply with ours, or do they comply, well, you know, obviously with the EPA and state regulations, but as a state entity,
My
they,
question is then, if that's true,
Yeah.
what is this township doing to ask the county, you know, what they can do? And are you following up with the county? What are you doing at the state level to keep this burden? And the burden is, our lake, Muzzy Lake, drains into the same floodplain that's just adjacent to it. And there again, there's 24-inch pipes coming out of the med school, dumping into that area. Now with the park and all the drainage that you're doing there, it's coming down the Route 3 just the same. Coming across 44, and it's going in the same area. You know, this seriously needs to be looked at upon any development. You know, it's,
I'm not sure if that's,
but I would love to
What-
see the township address the county.
okay.
That's regional planning,
state, and-
what are you
yeah.
doing, you know, statewide? Because this is all we ever hear. Well, wait, you know, it's the state. I'm sorry, I pay you. You know, we pay you. You know, what are you doing to protect us?
I know that, that when we first came in, that was a big issue, especially right after they built quite a bit. And I know that there was calls made to, I believe it's the Ohio EPA and floodwater. And their retention pond that they put in, the state come back and told us that their retention pond was more than adequate for what they had. Now, whether we agree or we don't agree, that's what they come back with.
Yeah, you do have a good point. I mean, with the flooding at Muzzy Lake, I mean, no one claimed ownership of that. So, you know, who has it? County says we don't have it. Township, well, it's private property, we don't have it. State's like, yeah, you know, it's not ours either, you know, so everyone's kind of, you know, not my problem kind of thing. So I agree, because that may come up again, and we need to have something in place with that. So I have a note here, and I'm going to be asking.
And along with that, the development, potential development across Route 5 at the mobile home park with Farmette Pond being drained, is that being filled and becoming
I have no clue what they're doing there. I know that that's been drained, but I don't know if what plans are for that, so I can't respond to that.
they're going to take water from that, so any future development
Yeah.
there, that is a huge.
I don't know that there's any development plan for that area. None that I have heard of.
Anybody else? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, you're done. Anyone else? All right, roll please.
Did we have a second? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
David, okay, yes, Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
And Dave?
Aye. All right. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 of those total then? We'll make sure we got them all.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so that will close our public hearing on the zoning resolution amendments.
6:05.
Stuck together. All right. Fiscal officer. We have
Okay,
four.
yes, I need a motion to pay bills on file.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
My second topic tonight is the local government funds again. Last week, or last meeting, I talked to you guys about what the townships had proposed and the cities, and we were having a meeting the next night. Well, none of the entities would agree to a proposal. So the townships now are proposing to send their proposal to the Budget Commission by resolution of the township trustees of each township to ask them to accept the formula that the townships came up with based on a base for everyone plus then by population. So, if you agree with the rest of them, then I need a resolution tonight to do that.
Need a motion? I'll make a motion to agree with the other townships.
I'll second that.
Linda?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
That is all for me tonight.
Okay. All right. Moving on to citizens' comments. The purpose of citizens' comments is to allow citizens to present information or raise an issue regarding items not on the agenda or regarding agenda items that do not include a public hearing. A time limit of 3 minutes per citizen shall apply. Please state your name and address for the record. We'll start right here, and I'll work my way back if you have anything. No? No? Ma'am?
Lisa Monahan, 3979 Sapwood Drive. I'd just like to thank the trustees for their open-mindedness and their willingness to work with each of the communities on these issues.
Thank you, Steve.
Next.
I'd just like to echo what she's saying, that we worked with you guys, and you guys were very cooperative.
What's your name and address, please?
Oh, Ron Knapp, 3992 Saturday.
Thank you, Ron.
You bet. You see, sir? No? No?
Tom Nichols, Parkville Road, Rootstown, Ohio. Just to see if you guys have followed up with the civil engineering firm to analyze the subsurface drainage on the ball fields to protect the community of Curtis and Kenneth downstream on Reed Ditch. And I also noticed homeland Reed Ditch hasn't been cleaned out in a while, and that's going to back the water even further. So I'm concerned.
I was gonna say, I think the engineer has, you wanna take that?
Yeah, I spoke with the engineer this afternoon. He's in the final steps of the plan. He's just got to run a few more calculations for post and pre. As far as the water going down towards Kenneth, we'll never be able to stop water from going that way, but we can't control how much goes and how fast it goes. So that's what that retention pond will do. They will still always have the same amount of water they always got. They'll just get it a lot slower than they ever got it before. So a flooding issue is not going to be an issue. It will be resolved before it goes forward.
Even though you're collecting more water subsurface?
Absolutely.
And the second part of that question?
Oh, the cemetery ditch? Yeah.
Reed's ditch. Are you talking the cemetery ditch, or are you talking the ditch the county actually owns?
Are you talking about?
Cemetery ditch.
Do you guys clean that, or does the
No.
landscaping, you guys do that? Yeah, that's
It's
something
probably
we
been
need,
2.5, 3 years.
yeah, we need to get that before winter. It's all
Try it out. I can
afterwards.
get in there, I know.
Okay. Anything else, Tom?
That's all, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Brett, sir? Sir?
Mike Kramer, Pebble Circle. I'm chairman of the trustees of the Ohio Operating Engineers Apprenticeship Program. We are the ones donating all the time and equipment to build those soccer fields out there. And I just want to give you a little update. We are moving more equipment in there, and we're going to speed things up a little bit and hopefully get it done yet this year. And get some seeding down on it, take care of all the problems. Anybody has any problems with that, we'll work with you. We're not the enemy out here. We donated all this. We donated almost $500,000 worth of time and equipment out here. And I find it disgusting that there are people that are complaining about this. All you gotta do is come see us. We'll take care of things. It's just gonna be an asset to the community out here. That's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Kramer, when you say have it done this year, are you talking both sides of the drive? Or just
Whatever
one
was
side?
planned for this year. I'm not sure exactly what all was planned this year.
West side.
West.
West side, okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
Sure.
And I appreciate all the work that you guys, the time that you guys have donated.
Thank you.
I want to echo that. You guys have been phenomenal. You guys started coming in here, doing stuff, very professional. The guys you have out there, Dave has been unbelievable.
He's a good man, yeah.
Yes, and just let him know that we appreciate all that he's done.
Okay, appreciate that.
Mr. Curtis?
Hang on a sec. I'd like to echo as well, except for my exception is that those are not soccer fields, they're athletic fields.
Athletic
Make
fields.
sure that-
How about the athletic complex?
Yes, thank you. Okay, we're moving on. Kathleen? Ma'am, Green?
No.
Sir?
My name is Jack Wood. Are we talking about the section 340 changes to the zoning at Muddy Lake? To the Lake District zoning?
Are we going to talk about it, or have we?
Are we right now, or is that? in the
I think it's
different-
still in the process. We're still in the process with that, aren't we?
You're talking the one we just set for a public hearing.
Yeah,
On the 24th.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'll be in the 24th. We'll be discussing that.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I just got comments on it.
John? Okay. Herb? John? Next. Yeah. You can see the back here. Girl, red shirt, ma'am? No? Teresa? Go to the back row. Jim? Moving around. Green shirt, blue shirt. Okay. Donnie?
I'm good.
Okay. Craig? Okay. Next to Craig? Okay. Dave? Who? Ma'am?
Yes,
Left
my
shirt.
name is Shirley Tunshell at 5240 New Milford. And as of I think it was the 26th, the last trustees meeting, it was brought to my attention that the prosecutor was being involved in the situation at 5220. And I had pointed out that also in the court papers that it stated that there was supposed to be a 10-foot board-on-board fence around the non-conforming use approved on that property. And I was wondering if that was added and brought to the prosecutor's attention also, along with stuff that was outside of the non-conforming use.
Jordan, you guys saying?
Yes, it has all been forwarded to the prosecutor.
Okay. You hear that?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
it's been
you.
forwarded. Thank you. Important, ma'am? All right, it's the 3 seats in front, sir. Anything to say? No? Okay. Move around the back corner for the shirt. Come this way.
I got a question.
Your name and address, please.
Here. What is
Can I get your
the,
name and address first, please?
the name is Gene Mills,
Can I
31
get your name? Oh,
Leavenworth
sorry.
Drive.
I'm sorry.
I got a question on what is the occupancy rate of this building?
45.
45? How come we have a meeting?
How many are in here?
Was it 60 just a moment ago?
Well, then 16 people need to leave then, right? You can be the first if you like.
I'll go. One, appreciate you
Anything else? Mike?
Right down that road, I know what.
Marion?
Pardon me?
Anything?
Now,
Comments?
just, any comments or just to the last topic?
Any comments, but your name and address too first, please.
Well, my name is Marion Gordon, 3779 Sanford Road, Lewistown, Ohio. And, I don't believe that you've given a report from the fire department yet. have you?
I did, yes.
Okay, then I don't know if this was included about Dave Kennar's 40 years. This
Yes, yeah, it was last week. I'm sorry.
And Linda presented a plaque from the trustees?
Correct.
Good job. And I would like to go on record and say what an excellent job our chief does for the community with his colleagues and
You have to put double doors in to get him out of here, so. Anything else, Mary?
I'm through.
Thanks. Ma'am? Okay, anybody else? Tom, you had something else you want to say?
Yeah, just rebuttal with Mr. Curtis.
Kramer.
Kramer, I'm sorry. Calling the residents of Ristown disgusting, who had an objection to the operation of machines on the hill without a proper stormwater permit in place, without air quality, proper air quality water trucks in place, and so forth. Why would you think that's disgusting for concerned citizens, you know,
Well, I think it's discussing
Hang on,
it.
hang on a second. The comments are to us, not to other people in the room, so that's out there, we appreciate that, but
Well, I
we're
just will not
not,
be
we're not,
bullied by the union.
we're not getting,
Not that-
we're not getting in a conversation back and forth, so. Is that it then?
That's it.
Okay, thanks. All right, moving on. Old business, trustees. I do have some old business. Our employee handbook. Our employee handbook, actually, you know, you guys should look at this before it's out there, so, I'll just give this to you. Huh? Yeah, I'll send it to you, because this is an update to the drug and alcohol use. All right, I have no more old business. Yes, I do. Old business, this is a proposal from the Environmental Design Group for a parking plan. You guys can look at it. I can't miss that. We can bring this up at a later time. I mean, more old business. Yeah, do you need it here? Any more old business? New business, trustees? Okay. All right, we will adjourn at, what time do I have here, 6:15? Thank you, folks. Appreciate everybody coming out.